Our essential question today is, how does the multiplicative comparison help us solve word problems? Our goal is for ATO1, interpret a multiplication comparison and represent verbal statements of multiplicative comparison as multiplication equations. What we are doing is we are looking at 35 equals 5 times 7, and we are writing it in words. 35 is 5 times as many as 7. So here we have 4 times as many as 3 is 12. One thing you need to know is that whenever you see that word is, that is an equal sign. So what this is really saying is 4 times 3 equals 12. Now, what they did here was they started by drawing 3 boxes. The 3 came from one of your factors. And they took those 3 boxes and they did it 1, 2, 3, 4 times because 4 is your other factor. We can see that now what they've done is they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 boxes. 4 times as many as 3 is 12. Here we see a problem that says a blue hat costs $6. A red hat costs 3 times as much as the blue hat. How much does the red hat cost? So what we did was we started by drawing a box, and this box represents one blue hat, which is worth $6. Now, we know that a red hat costs 3 times as much. So what they did was they took those squares and they did 1, 2, 3 squares. So now I have my 2 factors, 6 and 3. To find my product, what I would do is have $6 here plus 6 more dollars plus another $6. Well, I know that 6 plus 6 equals 12 plus 6 more equals 18. So that means a red hat cost $18. Here they're asking me, how can we write 7 times as many as 4 as a multiplication equation? So, I know that one of my factors is 7, my other factor is 4. It's asking me to write an equation. Remember that an equation has to have an equal sign. So that would be 4 times 7 equals something. Well, let's look at this visual model. Here what they did was we started with a box that represents 4. But what the problem is asking me is 4 times 7. So we took that 4 and we replicated it 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now what I can do to find the product is I can take each one of these 4's and add them together. So 4 plus 4 makes 8, plus 4 more makes 12, 16, 20, 24, and 28. So here we have the problem 3 times as many as 5 is 15. So if we break this problem down, remember that is always stands for an equal sign. So I'm going to have 15 here. I also noticed that 15 is the greatest of the 3 numbers that I was given. That means 15 has to be my product. Then I have 3 times 5. So 3 times 5 equals 15. This is an equation because it includes all parts of a multiplication sentence. Pause the video and think about this one. 40 is 5 times more than 8. So when we look at this one, we see that we have 40, 5, and 8. I also notice that I have this word is, which is my equal sign. So, out of 45 and 8, 40 is the greatest number. That means 40 is equal to 5 times 8. There's my multiplication equation. The last problem that we're going to look at involves taking three numbers and writing an equation and also writing it in a verbal statement. So I have 7, 49, and 7. So if I think about a multiplication equation, I'm going to go ahead and set up my blanks. I see that at 7, 49, and 7, the greatest number is 49. So that is my product. That means that 7 and 7 are my factors. 7 times 7 equals 49. Now, we need to write this as a multiplication equation using a verbal statement. So if we are writing a verbal statement, we are going to have a sentence frame. Blank times as many as blank is blank. Well, remember that is stands for your equal sign. So that means the 49 has to go here. Then we would say 7 times as many as 7 is 49. This is a verbal statement. This is your equation.